Hello dear students, welcome back. In the previous session, we have seen the definition of gradient of a function, scalar valued function of two variables f of xy. Gradient gives a vector. Gradient of a scalar valued function f of xy is a vector, and it is if f of xy is a scalar valued function, then at a point p0 with the coordinates x0, y0, at which f is defined, the gradient vector, or simply the gradient of the scalar valued function f of xy, is the vector defined and denoted by del f evaluated at p0, which is equal to del f by del x evaluated at ordered where x0, y0, which will be a scalar I, so that it becomes a vector, plus del f by del y, which is a scalar valued function, and that is evaluated at ordered where x0, y0, and we take it as a scalar and multiply it with the vector j, and add those two vectors, and we get the vector del f by del x evaluated at ordered where x0, y0, I, plus del f by del y evaluated at ordered where x0, y0, j, and we denote it by del f evaluated at p0. Now consider the scalar valued function f of xy, and if it is a differentiable function, and also if it has a constant value c along a smooth curve given by the vector valued function r of t is equal to g of ti plus h of tj. See, you recall that r of t, vector valued function r of t, is equal to g of ti plus h of tj, represents a curve in a plane. So you can have some examples. For example, r of t is equal to cos ti plus sin tj, where 0 less than or equal to t less than or equal to 2 pi gives the entire unit circle. At the same time, if we restrict the values of t between 0 and pi by 2, then we get only a portion of the circle, unit circle, that lies in the first quadrant. Can you give one more example of a vector valued function in a plane? So many examples are there. I suggest one more example is a parabola given by the vector valued function r of t is equal to ti plus t square j. Those who are interested to know more about vector valued functions, please refer my video uploaded in the YouTube. Okay, let me continue. Suppose r of t is equal to g of ti plus h of tj is a vector valued function that represents a curve in a plane, a smooth curve. Smooth curve means it's a derivative. That means dr by dt is different from 0 for any value of t. That is the thing that we want. If on that curve that is given by the curve which is the graph of the vector valued function r of t is equal to g of ti plus h of tj, and if on that curve the differentiable function f of xy has constant value c, okay, then we can write like this: f of g of t h of t is equal to c, because f of xy is equal to c. Okay, now what about x? X is a function of t, and that is obtained by looking into this vector valued function that represents the curve. Okay, here we have g of t. So in place of x of t we have g of t. So we substitute it here. Similarly, in place of I of t we have h of t. So we substitute here. So we get f of g of t h of t is equal to c. What is the advantage of this new equation? This new equation involves only one parameter, and that is t. Okay. At the same time, I also stress you to say that the set of all ordered by xy that represents f of xy is equal to c. The set of all ordered by xy for which f of xy is equal to c gives a curve, and it is called a level curve. Those who are interested to know more about level curve, please refer my video. Now what we are going to do is this. Our f here is a function of t. Looking at the left hand side, it simplifies to a function of t, and we differentiate that function with respect to t. Okay. At the same time, we also have to take the differentiation with respect to t, and on the right hand side it is a constant there, so its derivative will be 0. Okay. So now in order to differentiate this f of g of t, h of t, c equal to c, we have to use the chain rule. Why we have to use the chain rule? The reason is that even though the left hand side of this equation appears to depend only on the variable t, okay, we cannot sometimes evaluate the derivative in terms of t. Instead, what we do is, we know that x and y are functions of t. Okay. So that in order to find the d by dt of this f, what we do is, we first find the partial derivative of f with respect to x and multiply it with the ordinary derivative of g with respect to t plus partial derivative of f with respect to y times ordinary derivative of h with respect to t. This is the chain rule. Okay, this is a chain rule that we have studied in the context of functions of several variables. In this situation, we have two variables x and y, and both those x and y are related by a single variable t. Then in that case, we use this chain rule. Now look at this equation. By looking at this equation, you can see that the left hand side is the dot product of two vectors, and one of the vectors is del f by del x I plus del f by del y j dot dg by dt I plus dh by dt j. Okay, because I dot I is equal to 1, I dot j is equal to 0, and so on. So if we going back from this equation, we will get this equation. Okay. Now what about del f by del x I plus del f by del y j? It is nothing but gradient of f. Gradient of f. And what about dg by dt I plus dh by dt j? It is nothing but dr by dt. What is dr by dt? Dr by dt is the derivative of the vector valued function r at the given point. Okay, so the left hand side is the dot product of two vectors, and they are del f dot dr by dt, and that is equal to 0. Okay, so here you have seen in the context of the derivative of vector valued functions, You can refer my videos also. Derivative of vector valued functions. You have seen there that dr by dt represents a vector parallel to the tangent line. Okay, dr by dt is a vector parallel to the tangent line at the point. A curve will have so many points. At each point there will be a tangent. Okay, and if we are considering a point ordered by xy on the curve, then at that point ordered by xy there will be a tangent line, and a vector parallel to that tangent line is nothing but dr by dt. Okay, now at the same time, what is grad f? Grad f is, what is grad f? At the point ordered by xy, what is the ordered by xy? Ordered by xy is a point on the curve, and at ordered by xy the scalar valued function f is defined. Okay, and we consider the gradient of that f, and that is a vector, and we say that that vector is orthogonal to dr by dt, which is a vector parallel to the tangent line. So what we expect? We can say about the gradient of f. So we can say that gradient of f is a vector which is orthogonal to dr by dt. Gradient of f is a vector perpendicular to dr by dt because their dot product is 0. Dot product of two vectors is equal to 0 means those two vectors are perpendicular. Okay. So here dr by dt is a vector and the gradient of f is a vector, and gradient of f is perpendicular to dr by dt because dot product of those two vectors gives the scalar 0. So we can say that gradient of f is a vector normal to the, tell me, normal to the tangent line. Yes, tangent line. Okay. So based on this idea, we give some remarks. Gradient of f is normal to the curve, as equation 5, this equation 5 says that the gradient of f is normal to the tangent vector dr by dt. Yes. Moreover, at every point ordered by x0, y0 in the domain of f of xy, gradient of f is normal to the level curve through x0, y0. x0, y0. What is the level curve? Level curve is the set of all points for which f of xy is a some constant. f of xy is equal to some constant. Now we recall that if p0, x0, y0 is a point and n is a vector ai plus bj, then equation of a line through the point p0 and normal to the vector n is equal to ai plus bj has the equation a of x minus x0 plus b of y minus y0, which is equal to 0. So by the remark here, we can say that the tangent line is the line normal to the gradient. Hence, if n is the gradient, grad f evaluated at ordered where x0, y0 is equal to fx x0, y0 I plus fy x0, y0 j. What is fx x0, y0? Fx x0, y0 indicates del f by del x, the partial derivative del f by del x evaluated at the point ordered where x0, y0 I plus del f by del y ordered evaluated at the point ordered where x0, y0, j. So using this equation number 6 becomes fx evaluated at ordered where x0, y0 times x minus x0 plus fy evaluated at ordered where x0, y0 times y minus y0 is equal to j. This is the equation of the tangent line. Okay. Now we consider some examples based on this formula. We find the equation for the tangent to the ellipse x square by 4 plus y square is equal to 2 at the point ordered where -2, 1. Okay. Now the ellipse, the given ellipse is the level curve of the function f of xy is equal to x square by 4 plus y square. Okay. Why? Because how can we say that the given ellipse is the level curve of the function f of xy is equal to x square by 4 plus y square. So this is the situation. You are asked to refer my video level curves. In that situation you have seen that level curve is the set of all ordered where xy in the plane at which f of xy takes some pre-assigned number. Here the pre-assigned number is 2, okay, and we are asked to have the set of all ordered where xy for which f of xy is equal to 2, f of xy is equal to 2, where f of xy is equal to x square by 4 plus y square. Now f of xy is equal to x square by 4 plus y square. So the gradient at the point ordered where -2, 1 is, the gradient f is nothing but partial derivative of f with respect to x I plus partial derivative of f with respect to y j. We find the partial derivative of f with respect to x, and that is 2x by 4, which simplifies to x by 2 I plus partial derivative of f with respect to y is 2y, so 2yj, and we have to evaluate the value of this vector valued function x by 2y plus 2yj at the point ordered where -2, 1. So that by putting x is equal to -2, we get -2 by 2 I plus 2 times 1j, so we get -y plus 2j. So this is the gradient of f at the point ordered where -2, 1. So by the equation above, the equation of the tangent line is, what is the tangent line? Look here. Partial derivative of f with respect to x times x minus x0 plus partial derivative of f with respect to y times y minus y0. So we evaluate the same. We substitute those values here and we get the partial derivative of f with respect to x evaluated at the point will be -1 from here. Similarly, the partial derivative of f with respect to y will be 2 from here. So we substitute those values here, and we have used this equation. We have used the equation, and if we use this equation, we get -1 times x plus 2. Why x plus 2? Because x0 is -2, so x minus -2, so x plus 2 plus 2 times y minus 1, because 1 is y0 is equal to 1, so it simplifies to x minus 2y is equal to -4. Okay.